I'm Susan Richard. WINS News Time 7:30.
And a very good Tuesday morning. I'm Scott Stanford. Coming up on Thursday, we've got this public hearing with the Caesars Palace Times Square Advisory Committee at the Broadhurst Theater. The crossroads of the world, a possible location for one of several downstate casino licenses.
A new poll released this week and commissioned in part by the Broadway League. 67% of those responding gave a thumbs down to the casino that would go into 1515 Broadway. They say fears of crime and congestion. But Jeff Lapadula, general manager of PS Kitchen on West 48th, says the casino should happen. It'll be good for business.
I know it might not be what people potentially want to hear, but this congestion is really what makes it possible for us to survive as a small business in the neighborhood, the quote-unquote congestion. I mean, it's people on foot.
That community hearing Thursday at the Broadhurst, 2 to 8 p.m. The committee will have a couple weeks to decide and vote to either support the casino plan or send it packing. Glenn Schuck, 1010 WINS, 92.3 FM in Times Square.
WINS News Time, 7:31 Tuesday morning. Let's get you where you need to go on this commute. Here's Karen Stewart.
Long Islanders, if you're traveling North and State, we got two issues. Eastbound North and State at 28 for Willis Avenue, Roslyn Heights. There's a crash. The two lefts are blocked there. We've got slowdowns. And westbound on North and State before 31A from Meadowbrook Parkway in Westbury, we still have an accident over in the left-hand lane. We got an accident in New Jersey on 80 East, right before exit 60 for Route 20 in Patterson. The accident has the right lane blocked. There are delays as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels at the Hudson River. The inbound Holland is 40 from the Skyway. Only 20 to 25 minutes, though, from the Newark Bay extension. The inbound Lincoln Tunnel is a half an hour, and the inbound George Washington Bridge is 35 minutes inbound for both the upper and lower levels. 35 minutes. The outbound DW Bay Bridge looks to be in very good shape. No problems there. In the Bronx, the southbound Hutch, just after Pelham Parkway, there is a crash there still. Two lanes are blocked. Continue to expect delays. And in Queens, the eastbound LIE was slowed down since the Clearview. We've got a disabled vehicle. Problem is, this guy is over in the left-hand lane. Traffic is sponsored by the Barnesburg Traffic Dip Line at 844 GM 1010. Karen Stewart, 1010 WINS at 92.3 FM.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to get the help you need and the best result possible.
The Barnes Firm. Injury attorneys call 1-800-8-million.
Manhattan, Long Island. Day. Perfect day to reminisce about your favorite childhood teddy bear. Meteorologist Heather Zare, my parents gave me a zombie teddy bear when I was a kid. They thought I was in a horror films, and well, it kind of scared the heck out of me, and I have trouble sleeping to this day, and I look at teddy bears in a very weird way, Heather, so not the same effect for me. But listen,
not quite a consoling factor then.
No, not really. I always had the Stretch Armstrong doll, made me feel better. But listen, last night was a gorgeous night to sleep with the windows open if anybody was trying to sleep.
I mean, it certainly was. I don't think I would do that again tonight, especially if you live near the coast, but that's only because we have a chance to get a little bit of rain, something we haven't seen much of recently.
$2.97 regular cash and $3.05 credit on the gasoline there.
And that's going to continue as we go.
I call that out for historical purposes also.
74 this afternoon. Then those clouds thicken up as we head into tonight. We'll have a low near 60 degrees. And as that storm moves by late tonight into tomorrow, there is going to be a bit of rain around. The steadiest is going to be south and east of the city late tonight through the day tomorrow. And the farther north and west you go, the more likely you are to stay dry. You may even see a little bit of sun at times while it stays rather cloudy otherwise, with highs right around 70. We're turning warmer and sunnier again for Thursday, high around 80, and then sunny and nice for a high of 75 on Friday, and that continues on into the weekend. Mainly clear and 58 right now in Central Park. We're going up to 74. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zare on New York's weather station, 1010 WINS on 92.3 FM.
Thank you, Heather. Under subpoena, Jeffrey Epstein's estate has turned over a so-called birthday book to the Republican-led House Oversight Committee. This is the collection of messages given to Epstein for his 50th birthday back in 2003. It reportedly included a note from Donald Trump with some sexually suggestive language. Epstein and Mr. Trump were acquaintances for more than a decade. The book predates Epstein's first arrest for sex crimes in 2006.
News of the letter's existence was first reported back in July by the Wall Street Journal. At the time, Trump called it fake.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name.
Then saying this.
I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings of women. That I can tell you. They say there's a drawing of a woman, and I don't do drawings of women.
The president quickly filing a $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the Journal and its conservative owner, Rupert Murdoch.
That's correspondent Jay O'Brien. They thought they were booking vacations in Rome, but more than 200 Americans were giving their deposits and credit card info to phony sites. Those crooks on the other end of those sites are getting ready to stand trial.
The Secret Service, in coordination with Italian police, now say they've busted a group of cyber criminals they say are responsible for scamming tourists out of about $700,000. Scammers would set up advertisements on booking websites for five-star hotels, complete with confirmation numbers. But the hotels were fake, with the scammers only using them to collect deposits and credit card information from unsuspecting tourists. A trial is set for this month.
That's correspondent Mike Dubusky. Michael Stipe clears up 30 years of lyrics confusion on their hit, End of the World. We'll hit some of it on the other side.
Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychic.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The lunch was great. Greenwich Village is a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Well, if you've ever wondered what Michael Stipe is actually saying in REM's It's the End of the World as we know it, you're not alone. The 1987 hit has stumped fans for decades since the band's never printed lyrics in their albums. Now Stipe is finally clearing things up. Most people know the title, and when he says,
Leonard Burnside.
Right, but on Blue Sky, he revealed a few of the real lines. Left of West and coming in a hurry with the Furies breathing down your neck, and team-by-team reporters baffled, Trump, tethered, cropped, look at that low playing fine then. How do you even remember those lyrics? Even his REM bandmate Mike Mills admitted he's gotten some of the words wrong over the years. Stipe joked he's doing his best to set the record straight.
1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman & Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Broker Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
1010 Wins Pickleball Tournament presented by Nissan. You could sign up. All the info's at 1010wins.com/pickleball.
The Newswatch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. We're at 58 degrees at 7:40 on this Tuesday, September 9th. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. A horrific blaze in Queens. The NYPD on the hunt for the suspect who set a man and woman in their 70s on fire in Belrose. 3 men in the Bronx go with guns out to steal some liquor from a woman at her home in a Concourse Village. Officials in Charlotte, North Carolina now under fire after a repeat offender stabs to death the Ukrainian woman on a commuter train last month. It's the kissing bug, but it is anything but romantic. An insect passing along a potentially deadly condition in 8 states now. Carmelo Anthony heads into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Did he go in as a Knickerbocker? Checking sports, Phillies capped the Mets 1-0. They clipped them. Yeah, Vikings took the Bears on Monday Night Football. AccuWeather, gorgeous day again, mostly sunny. High near 74 degrees. Tuesday morning commute. Let's get you where you need to go. Here's Karen Stewart.
All righty, let's take a check of what we see on Long Island's Big 3. Northern State westbound before exit 42 for Deer Park Avenue. This is new. We've got an accident. We've got 1 lane blocked. And then before 31A for the Meadowbrook and Westbury, there's an accident blocking the left lane. The eastbound Northern State accident at Willis Avenue and Roslyn Heights, that thing is gone. LI East still very slow between 40 for Jericho Turnpike and 39 for Glen Cove Road. And we've got delays on the westbound Southern State around Route 106, New Jersey. Eastbound 80 before exit 60 for Route 20 in Patterson. We've got an accident. That one's over in the right-hand lane. As we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, the inbound George is 35 minutes for both the upper and lower. From the Palisades, it's 25 minutes. The outbound GW Bridge is 15. The inbound Lincoln's 30. And the inbound Holland is 45 minutes from the Pulaski Skyway approach and 25 to 30 minutes from the Newark Bay Extension. Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Oh, a horrifying scene in Belrose, Queens yesterday. 2 neighbors are dead after they were found to be set on fire inside their own home. Officials saying the 77-year-old man was tied up in the basement and the 78-year-old woman was set on fire on the first floor.
A man and woman found dead inside of the Queens Corner home that went up in flames.
I didn't know until I was going to the pharmacy and somebody said, "Oh, did you hear there was a fire?"
John Ruiz is the neighbor who lived across the street and says he knew one of the homeowners well.
Just the type of neighbor that you would want to have, the nicest neighbor that, would make you feel comfortable at home.
Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Belrose, Queens.
And the police are out with a photo of the man wanted for setting that fire. That photo is going to be going up at 1010wins.com. Police in the Bronx asking for some help in IDing a man who stabbed another passenger while that victim was getting off an MTA bus. The 23-year-old victim exiting on the BX9 East Fordham Road in Fordham around 9:35 Tuesday morning. The suspect allegedly stabbed this guy multiple times in the back and left arm. Authorities say the attack was unprovoked. The victim was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital in stable condition. Police in the Bronx are also trying to find 3 suspects who allegedly held up a woman at gunpoint to steal 2 bottles of liquor. The robbery happened just after 2 a.m. on August 15th in a residential building near Walton Avenue in East 149th Street in Concourse Village. Now, authorities say the 3 suspects came up on this 37-year-old woman. They pulled out guns and then took off with liquor. Photos of the suspects are also up at 1010wins.com. The city comptroller's office says the Department of Education has work to do when it comes to meeting requirements around teaching English as a second language.
There are very specific state requirements when it comes to schools teaching kids whose first language isn't English. says Deputy Comptroller Maura Hayes-Chafe.
They are designed to ensure that if English is not your primary language, you have support so that you can engage in school, engage in education, and access the services that are provided.
Their report found that the DOE isn't properly assessing whether some kids need it, and that the DOE filed 146 waiver requests to avoid creating mandated bilingual education programs. Mac Rosenberg's 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Comptroller's office says the DOE has accepted most of the improvement recommendations, and they also say it is hiring more people to teach English. A Manhattan judge has shot down Mayor Adams' plan to let ICE operate on Rikers Island, ruling it, quote, ethically impermissible. The controversy stems from an executive order by the first deputy mayor that looked to reopen an ICE office at the city jail. Now, Council Democrats argued the move followed the Trump DOJ's dismissal of Mr. Adams' prior corruption case, creating a conflict of interest. In her ruling, Justice Mary Rosado called the order null and void and said delegating the action to a deputy did not fix the appearance of a conflict. The Adams administration says they will appeal. The ruling keeps ICE out of New York City jails, a policy first established under Mayor de Blasio.